Hey y'all and welcome, it's Mo here, and in today's video I'm sharing with you my Make 9 sewing challenge list. And later on in the video I'll also share with you 4 goals that I've set for the new year, so if that sounds interesting, then stick around. Number 1 on my list is a blouse or a classic button-down shirt. The button-up shirt is the unsung hero piece of any wardrobe. I'm featuring 2 tried and true patterns from my stash, but I haven't made a hard decision just yet on the button-up blouse pattern that I want to use. And as far as fabrics go with this piece, I do have cotton shirting and also a viscose cotton shirting in my stash that I want to use first. I'll also be playing around with some details like maybe flounces, darts, and also different sleeve variations, but just making a couple preliminary sketches before I come to a final decision. So keeping in line with my main takeaway from 2023, I'm in desperate need of separates. So what better way to start the list off than one of those separate pieces? Number 2 is a coordinated cardigan set. Last year, I sewed a few of these up and I just adore them. I'm gonna roll these pieces into 2024 and make up a few more. Now, McCall 6996 is one of my tried and true essential pieces, but I am gonna throw a new cardigan pattern into the mix. I'm leaning heavily on Simplicity 9826 for the cardigan. I prefer the length of view B, and I'm thinking about omitting the pockets from this piece. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy the ease of McCall 6996. And since it's one of my tried and true patterns, I do recommend it to beginners if you're just getting started in your sewing journey. It's time to freshen things up a bit with these cardigan sets. And if you're a little bit of an adventurous beginner, this pattern may not be a bad one to give a try. And I'll be using some of my leftover rib knit to sew this one up. And I was head over heels in love with how my self-drafted racerback tank came out. So for these next few sets, I am going to stick with that original pattern. Now, I know this is a singles list for the Make 9. I know I don't have to make multiples, but these are going to be on repeat. If you don't know this about me just yet, just know that I do love repeating patterns. So when I find one that I love, multiples will definitely be made. Number 3 on the list is a no fuss t-shirt in either a snug or relaxed fit. So for possible t-shirts, I have the Lavender Tee by Mood. This one is a free pattern. Technically not a t-shirt, I have the Veronica top in my stash from Vicky Sews. And for the relaxed t-shirt, the Ilma t-shirt, also from Vicky Sews Patterns. I think I may be leaning more toward the Ilma t-shirt just because of that loose boxy fit. And since we're on the topic of t-shirts, to complement that, with number 4 is a pair of jeans, either in a dark wash or medium wash denim. Simplicity 8516 from Mimi G was the first pattern that I thought of from my stash when it comes to a pair of jeans. But I also have the Ren jeans from Mood Fabrics. This is another free pattern off their site, and I'm leaning more toward those because of the wider leg. But what might end up happening is that I may hack the two together to create a hybrid pair of jeans. Number 5 on my list is a pair of wide leg trousers, and I'm still playing around with sketches and patterns. I'm gonna take another look at some of my Pinterest boards to get some more inspiration for these trousers. For number 6, even though I don't currently wear a lot of skirts now, and I'm not a huge fan of skirts, I did see quite a few patterns that caught my eye, and I'm willing to give them a shot. And plus, 2024 is going to be all about stepping outside of my comfort zone, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. Now here's where I need your help for number 7. In the past, I had talked about wanting to sew up a trench coat, and that is definitely still on my list. But in one of my previous shopping trips to Joann, I did pick up Norris's motorcycle jacket pattern, and I can't get that thing off my mind. So I'm asking for your help this year. Which one do you think I should tackle first? The trench coat or the motor jacket? And if you don't mind helping me out on that, let me know your thoughts below in the comments. The trench coat is that missing key piece from my wardrobe, and I know that it's suitable for both formal and casual occasions, so it's got that versatility, and plus it can be worn across all seasons, so that's always a plus too. And I already have all my fabric and notions to complete the trench coat, so I wouldn't have to make an additional shopping trip, so that's another positive and another vote toward the trench coat. But there's something about that cool, edgy aesthetic of a motorcycle jacket, and it adds just a touch of rebellion to your outfit. I think I might just be trying to relive a little bit of that nostalgia. Number 8 is a bag. I'd like to make a big statement bag and something that's going to serve as that carry-all mom bag, but without actually looking like the carry-all mom bag, if you know what I mean. Definitely something stylish. And finally, number 9 on the list is a hand knit sweater. Now, you might be asking, Mo, you sew, you sketch, and you knit? Not exactly. When I was a kid, my grandmother tried to teach me how to knit, and let's just say that was an epic fail. But where do you go when you want to learn how to do something new? YouTube, of course. So that's exactly what I did. I came across a channel called Nerdy Knitting. Love the name. Watched a couple of her beginner videos on knitting and got the basics down. Knit and purl. That's all I can do. In a nutshell, that's pretty much all you need. And from just watching those 2 videos, I was able to knit up a beanie, which my mini-me quickly confiscated. So my goal for this year is to knit an entire sweater. And it is going to be uber basic. So just rectangles. If I can knit the beanie, which that one was basically just a rectangle, I know I can manage knitting a couple of more rectangles and fashion them into a sweater. So wish me luck on that one. And I do want to add an honorable mention to the list. Even though a dress didn't make my Make 9 list, that doesn't mean I'm not going to make any this year. I left it off the list simply because I'm prioritizing my separate pieces and building up those gaps in my wardrobe. But best believe and trust me on this one, a dress will be made at some point this year. So now let's get into some goals. In addition to my Make 9 list, I have 4 goals that I like to accomplish in 2024. Number 1 is stepping outside of my comfort zone. This year, I really want to dive into some new techniques and some new styles and really elevate my craft. Number 2 is I'd like to participate in more sewing challenges. I got a few under my belt in 2023, but there was one big one that I missed, and I'm kind of beating myself up over that, but that's a story for another day. I just want to put more focus on being active and engaged with the sewing community because after all, it's a wonderful community and doing challenges just makes it that more fun. And since we're on the topic of connecting, my 3rd goal for 2024 is to not only connect with you here on YouTube, but also connect with you on Instagram. Right now, I'm gonna admit my Instagram is trash, pretty bad. And by trash, I mean there are a couple of photos on it. And by couple, I mean 2. So in 2024, I'm going to do better. I'm putting that out here now, and I'm looking to you to help keep me accountable on that as well. And goal number 4 is that I want to do at least 1 collaboration by my 1-year anniversary. So by my 1-year YouTube anniversary on June the 4th, I'm going to put that out into the universe and hope for the best. Okay, beautiful people, now it's your turn. What's on your Make 9 list? And if you enjoyed this video, then catch a recap of everything I sold in 2023 right here. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep sketching, keep sewing, and keep the momentum going. Take care.